fighter.
Meet the fighter. Meet the fighter.
And you're watching Meet the Fighter.
You're watching Meet the Fighter.
From the moment I drove up, I felt family, and I don't know how to say it any other way, Tachi, kid here, except for just family. I mean, you've got kids running out the door to greet you. You have dogs running out the door. You've got tortoises, a little bit of everything. You got a lot of yard for everybody to play around, run around, and you know, you just have a beautiful home and a beautiful family, and I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Okay. Go see their uncle.
Wow, yeah. Let me take a look over here.
Oh yeah, this is mine. I just got this one.
Yeah. That is a Camaro. Like, I love the color too.
Yeah, we got it like repainted, different color, and then it says that kid on it too.
No way.
Oh, does it?
That's
Sure does.
And this is my wife right here.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, this is her baby.
Nice.
It has diamonds, everything in the back, all pretty.
You need someone to take that off your hand and keep it ridden for you. You let me know.
Quite a good, I've been fighting this whole time.
I haven't had a chance to ride it.
I love that bike, guys.
Yeah.
My baby.
All right, then this one. If you want this one, I'm not picky.
I just got this one too. Oh yeah. If he wanted like 18,000 from like, I don't know, 18,000.
You know.
I said, my wife's like, we got 9.
Obviously, you know, this has all been brought to you because you're part of the tribe there with the Tachi Palace Hotel and Casino, the Tachi Yoka tribe. At the same time, you're a successful fighter with a record of 29-10 with 1 no contest.
Yeah.
You're doing pretty good for yourself. How did this all begin? What made you say, hey, I want to become a fighter, a mixed martial arts fighter?
Well, I had a cousin who was fighting before me. His name was Tony Alanis, and he needed a workout partner, and you know, I said I'll go help him out with some wrestling, and we started working, and then all of a sudden, my coach Sam Ochoa was like, "Oh, you're gonna be good," and I was like, "All right, I'll be good then." Then I guess he got me a fight. I was like, "I'm fighting." He's like, "You're fighting." I had long hair. He's like, "You're fighting, boy." And like the day of the weigh-ins, I had to go cut my hair off, and I was like, "Man, I don't want to cut my hair." Cut it off, went to go fight, and then from there it was just my coach was like, "You're fighting, you're fighting, you're fighting." And I'm like, "Okay." From there we just kept on fighting, and from now, that's all I do now is fight all the time now.
Cool. This punch here, make sure he doesn't overextend himself, bring his arm back, but now he's back up in space.
Watch the overhand right.
See if he's going to try to dive back down in
Be
there.
real careful not to get kicked here. We already ate. I think it was a left kick by Drake. Martinez diving into Drake's guard. It's difficult. Drake is so long, it's kind of hard to reach him.
Going for a heel hook.
That's actually a pretty wise choice. Dropping on his legs right there.
See if he can
It looks
finish.
tight.
Drake was thinking about it.
He's got the heel, but it's too high. He's got to catch the heel closer towards the wrist instead of at the forearm.
He's done. It's over. Wow. Poppies Martinez, victorious. Validation for the Tachi kid.
Now, you've fought for many different organizations, the Tachi Palace, of course, PFC, Tachi Palace Fights, and then, of course, the Gladiator Challenge and a few others. Now, tell me all about the titles that you hold.
Well, I carry, I think I carry 8. I have 2 Gladiators, I have 2 PFCs, I have 2 Tachis, and 2 Gladiators. Oh, I don't know how many.
That's 6 for sure. We know 6 for sure. Do you need any more?
I just know I got 8 of them.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Well, now I know you're waiting for one more. You've been fighting in Bellator recently.
Yes.
Right now, what's your record like there in Bellator? How's that going for you?
Bellator's, the promoters and everybody are really, really nice. Really, everybody's wonderful there. Just my record in Bellator is not that good right now. It's 1-2, and I got a fight coming up soon, I hope, and for them, and hopefully get another win and be 2-2 in Bellator, and from there just keep on winning and hopefully get that title shot.
Do you see yourself having a chance to get that 145 pound title in Bellator?
I see myself there. Honestly, I think I really could get there and get that title. In my opinion, I can get it and get a hold of it. If they give me the opportunity, I'll fight for it. I'll win. I'll guarantee I'll give it my all and win. And, you know, just give me the opportunity and I'll take it.
Let's talk about your most memorable loss. I mean, what's one fight that you lost that really sticks out in your mind you wish you could get back?
There's two of them actually, honestly. There was one with Cole Escovedo, you know, he's a great champion too at the time. I wish I could fought better, but he got me when I was really green to the sport, and you know, I wish I could have revenged that loss. He's a great fighter, great athlete. And then I would love to have a rematch with Corey Kess because he broke my arm, and you know, Corey's a great, great fighter too. In my opinion, both of them are great fighters. I would just love to have a rematch with both of them one day. Hey, boy.
That looks like a lot of fun. Oh, wrong shot.
There he is, right there.
There he is.
Okay. There's two of them, three of them.
Oh, wow.
Where's the other one at? Feed him that. Feed that one, love. You gotta feed this one too. Yeah. Hold on, let me grab something real quick.
I've always loved tortoises. I don't know. One day my brother said, hey, they're selling, well, actually we bought the little ones first for the kids and we named it Alopecia. And my brother called me and goes, hey, they're selling these big old turtles. So we got this one. It was only like 7 years old at the time, they said. So now it's like pretty old.
So how old is the biggest one?
Probably like 14 years.
So how long have you had it?
We've had them for like 2 years. The big ones. The little ones, we've had them for like 8 years. They were like quarter size. Mm-hmm.
What's your most memorable win?
Memorable when I won the WEC title with my coach, Sam. You know, he's been always a good blessing, always with me no matter what. You know, he's not here today, but you know, he's always been with me, always mentioned my grandpa every time I fought, and my grandpa's always been my role model. And you know, two of my role models passing away is just a lot, you know, to deal with through my career, and I didn't have anybody through that career. And then, you know, with all those people, and then I met Uriah, and Uriah stuck with me no matter what. Then I met Joe Soto, and Joe Soto stuck with me, with Isaac the Jesus. We're all like a family. We all stick together.
Are all three of these your homes, or is there one specific spot that you really like to call home?
I just call all of them my home, honestly. They're all my house, like all my home. Because when I go to Sacramento, they treat me like family, no matter what. Go to Joe's, like family, no matter what. Go to Isaac's, family. Nothing. Everybody gets along with everybody.
Well, behind every successful man, there's a great woman. There's no substitute. Right here, we have Lucy Martinez, the wife of the Tachi Kid. Lucy, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Great. What's it like when he's getting ready for a fight?
Grouchy. I don't baby him. I just tell him, okay, this is your job. You want to fight, you have to cut weight. You can't eat certain foods. He wants to cheat all the time. Hot Cheetos, Kit Kats, Snickers, yeah.
Does he have a secret stash that you found a few times?
Oh yeah. He has a bag right there by his massage chair, right? Full of candy.
Full of candy.
Full of
Sweet
candy,
tooth.
yeah.
What sort of foods are you feeding him? The good foods.
Chicken breast, egg whites. He doesn't like vegetables, so there's no way I can give him a salad because he's like, no, he does not like vegetables at all.
Feed it to the tortoise, right?
Right.
As far as his attitude, as far as training, does he get serious during that time?
Very serious.
How do the kids deal with it?
They stay away, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little grouchy. Pretty much he stays in the room after his training. He comes home, goes upstairs and isolates himself.
Well, he said he's a great guy during training.
No. No, he's horrible, horrible. It's hard.
How have you maintained, I mean, you guys have been together a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You have a beautiful family, beautiful home. How have you maintained your sanity through his training and cutting weight?
I have no idea. How?
Because I bring the love into that house.
You know what? We have like a love and hate relationship because of his career, but I love him. I mean, he deals with my BS and I deal with his. So, I mean, it kind of equals out.
Well, when I walk in, everybody's all happy to see me.
Yeah.
Do you support his career?
I do. 100%.
And how long would you like to see him continue fighting, or are you looking for retirement anytime soon?
As long as he wants. Because I don't want him here in the house moping around.
Is that what he does when he doesn't have a fight?
Oh yeah, his last fight, he was upset because they stopped it, and he's like, I'm done, you know, it's over, I'm just gonna, what did you say, you're gonna work maintenance or something?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I just let him talk, let him vent for a couple days, and then I sit with him and I tell him, I say, okay, stop, you need to stop. And then he'll go back to training.
Are you scared?
Like, are you afraid for him?
Yeah.
Or you know, are you tough? Have you been through it so many times that this is just like an everyday event almost?
No, every fight is different. I mean, I mentally try to prepare myself and say, okay, everything's gonna go good, but you know, there's times that it doesn't. But like I tell him, I said, win or lose, I said, I'm so, you know, proud of him because he works his ass off. His last fight, I was confident that he was gonna, you know, beat the guy. And I'm sitting there watching him, and I can see the guy just, you know, hitting him over and over, and I can see, you know, Poppies' glove, you know, blocking the hits, and I'm like, oh, he's good, and then all of a sudden, it's over, and I'm like, you know, disappointment for him, because I know he wanted, you know, the W. I was sad for him. I was like, well, you know, it's emotional, because I know how he gets. I mean, he loves the sport, like he said, like I tell him, I said, Poppies, you said that you don't fight for the money. You fight because you love the sport. I said, so get up and brush it off and start over, you know, but it's emotional. He gets very emotional.
Arthur, Daddy's a successful fighter.
I just think my kids could do better than I can. You know, they're smart, they're intelligent, they're, you know, they could be whatever they could be, you know.
Do you guys encourage them at least to do self-defense classes, or Poppies, to train your boys and your girls?
No, I don't train them. I just want them to, you know,
Finish school,
go to college, don't be like their dad. Me, I just grew up in a rough, you know, where I came from this first time like to this reservation, you know, it's always been rough for me to, you know, grew up rough, you know, getting picked on and roughed up by the older kids, and then really just learn how to, you know, take care of myself, fight older guys, you know, always grew up fighting. That's the thing, I don't know, just grew up fighting with a lot of people through this reservation. And well, I was supposed to be a professional wrestler. That's how it all happened. That's how I got into it. And my coach at the time, and my cousin was like, you ain't no professional wrestler, you're a fighter. You always fall all the time. My cousin told me, I was like, now I'm a professional wrestler. Wow. He got hurt, and I took his fight. I knocked the guy out in 10 seconds in the first round. That for me, it was amazing. I'm like, oh, I knocked somebody out like that quick. I didn't have to cut my hair off, but it happened. But it was a good feeling.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition. Let's go.
You're like,
There's a little bump going on. So we're heading over to the Central Valley Combat Academy, home of Joe Soto training facility of Poppies Martinez.
Yep.
Poppies, how often do you go to Joe's facility?
Every day, Monday to Friday, 2 times.
2 times a day, huh?
Yeah.
How far away is it from your house?
An hour.
An hour away. So you're traveling an hour here, training for a couple hours, going home, and then coming back?
Back here again.
Wow. 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 Dedication is commitment.
Yeah.
Well, it's a short drive from Joe's house to Joe's
Yeah.
Well, Poppies, wow. Twice a day, every day, an hour drive each way.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Communication, and Joe should have me a room in his house.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What motivates you to come all the way down here?
All the way over here because, you know, a good gym, good fighters, you know. He's one of the best in the world, you know. Good to train with one of the guys that are the best in the world, you know.
Absolutely.
And pretty much I get beat up by him every day.
You can only get better that way,
Yeah,
right?
that's the only way I can get better.
That's good.
Everybody else, hopefully one day I'll get them too.
Sure you will. All right.
We're done.
Let's go take a look at it. Not a problem. Now we're here in your training facility here in Porterville. And Poppies, what's going on with you now?
Just got done with my fight. Wasn't that good, but you know, I fought.
Well, you were leading up last time we talked to your fight in Bellator.
Yeah.
You fought a young up-and-comer,
Yes.
tough kid, very, very stout record. And you were definitely expected to win.
Yeah.
I know we all thought you would. What happened? Kind of walk us through that fight a little bit.
Well, you know, I was trying to. I thought he was gonna head kick me. I was trying to block the head kick, but he done a spinning back kick and hit me somewhere in the ribs and knocked me out of air. As soon as I hit the ground, I couldn't breathe. They tried to get back up, and then he let me back up. Got back up. I was hurting still. He knew I was hurting, and then he just took off and, you know, pounded me out, I guess, and he won.
Poppies, do you think that you're pacing the fight, starting off a little bit slower? Do you think that was maybe a mistake?
Yeah, you know, the guy was good. And, you know, me, I went in there a little bit confident, not nervous, and, you know, he caught me, you know, he's a young kid. A lot of experience for being a young kid, but, you know, one day we'll meet again and I'll beat him this time.
Let's talk about your family. I know it was a hard loss for you. How did they take it?
My wife, she took it hard. She was just, she couldn't believe it. She's like, what happened? I'm like, I got caught. And you know, when the last day that day I fought, her best friend just fought cancer and beat it all, and they just found out she has more, and it just knocked the shit out of her. She took off, she left the arena. And I found out like the next day, I was like, what's wrong with you? You mad at me because I lost? She's like, no, just a lot of stuff's going on in my head. You lost, I heard something else, then she started telling me, like, you got a lot of stuff on your mind. But it's just, and then, you know, like her, she didn't know what happened. She asked Joe's dad, hey, what happened to you?
What's the hardest part of a loss, Poppies? Is it losing the fight, or is it having to lose over and over and over again with people, fans, friends, family member, teammates, asking and kind of keeping that sore, that wound?
Yeah, it's hard. That's why I want to fight again and try to get a win. At least people don't have to talk about that freaking loss. You know, I did lose. I'm gonna say, oh yeah. Like Bubba Jenkins, that fight, they stopped it too early. He was hitting me out, hanging like he was doing whatever he had to do to win. It ain't his fault. It was the referee's fault. But
he wasn't hurting you.
Yeah,
in your gloves.
Yeah, like I wasn't worried. Like that fight, they should have let that fight go. My last fight, the guy caught me and hit me pretty good, and even when I walked out of the ring, I couldn't even breathe. I was like, oh, damn, I can't even breathe. I ended up walking halfway out to go to the dressing room. I had to sit down because I couldn't breathe. I was like, oh, damn, this little bastard kicked the hell out of me. But it's just like, just taking a loss like that, and people keep on, like you said, sore, man.
Keeping that wound open. Born salted. Don't ask me anymore.
Yeah,
we're gonna forget about it. Man.
Yeah, and my family's like, oh, do you still have it? I'm like, I've been fighting longer than anybody you know, dang it. Just, you know, the only person that knows me is my wife. She knows me. That's all I do is breathe and sleep, fighting, and my kids and her. And if I'm not talking about her or the kids or fighting, she's like, do you have anything else to talk about? No, I don't know what else to talk about.
This is Joe Soto, UFC bantamweight, and you're watching Tyson Johnson's Meet the Fighter.
Looking at my belt, man.
Well, you go see him.
You don't have it.
That's what you get.
You know he wants to fight.
What do you want to say? What do you say?
Yeah, you do.
Trying to find this house on my phone. Shit.
Really, Joe? We're here. We came on today to talk to you. You want to find a house?
No, I
on your
wanted
phone.
What that guy?
Fight poster.
I know.
Is this for the poster? Well, we're back here with the Tachi Kid, Poppies Martinez. Poppies, they call you the Tachi Kid. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with the Tachi Palace and what it is that you actually do for them. What's your connection?
My connection with the palace is I'm a tribal member with the Tachi tribe, you know. I'm born and raised out there, and people like Jacob and other people like my brother, Mickey Martinez and Bill Davis, a lot of role models out there. That's how I'm out there. Tachi Kid is, the name of my tribe, and trying to have a good nickname. And me, my coach Sam, he just passed away a couple years back, and then my other teammate back in the day, his name was Tony Albanese. We're thinking of names, and Tachi Kid just felt good, and went with it.
Our tribe was first established in the mountains of Tehachapi up there. So they moved us down into the valley, and when we were here, and the farmers came and they moved us to Kalinga, and they struck oil there, they moved us back into the valley. So we were placed in many different areas, and during that time we've adapted to any environment that we were put in. Just like the coyotes. The coyotes, you could see them in the countries, you can see them in cities, you can see them pretty much anywhere. And the thing that they do is they adapt to any environment that they are in, and that's why it represents us, because we have adapted everywhere we went to.
Sounds to me like you have a lot of options. Doesn't sound to me like you're done at all.
Yeah.
Where do you see your future in MMA?
My future would be, just fighting. I got in my opinion, I have 5 more years. I took a lot of beatings. My body's all messed up, but I love doing this. This is the only thing I know. What to do is just MMA, I know. That's all I know. And, from there, just keep on fighting. I got 5 more years. If I don't have 5 years, I think I'll have probably 4 to 3 years, and I'm done, and then I'll get beat up by Joe and be one of his practice dummies.
Could you be satisfied with just fighting, or do you want a title?
I want a title, a big title. When I was the WEC champion, it was, amazing being the champion for them. It was a great opportunity. I was the champ, and then I went to PFC, and I went to other promotions, won other titles, won the Tachi title, 2 titles, and, just kept on winning. But, I want to win at least the Bellator title, or hopefully one day just even be like, Joe's like a mentor to a lot of people, Go to the UFC, at least go to the UFC and just fight a couple times. That'll be a blessing too, Bellator gave me a blessing. Thought I had talent, they let me in, and, won one, lost 2, but they still gave me an opportunity to fight. It's a good opportunity, They have great people over there.
Tell you what, Poppies, we're looking forward to watching you getting back into that winning circle.
Yeah.
I hope that you're training hard as soon as you start training again, and we look forward to supporting you out there.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Once again, thanks for being on our show.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Fight Freaks, once again, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us with Poppies Martinez, the Tachi Kid, right here on Tyson Johnson's Meet the Fighter.
Meet the Fighter.
Meet the Fighter. Meet the Fighter.
And you're watching Meet the Fighter.
You're watching Meet the Fighter.